any harnesses, there aren't any ropes for your fall protection. We have these big mats we're standing on. Here they're about 18 inches tall, so provide quite the cushion.
All right, I'm going to actually try to hit this wall right here. Oh, let's see if I can do it. So can anyone really participate in this?
Absolutely.
And I was going to say, how difficult is this? But it really isn't that difficult.
No, you know, we try to set things for very, very beginner climbers such as yourself and for all heights. And then we also have routes that are for the seasoned veteran and even world-class athletes.
Okay, now I know exactly why you guys wanted these shoes. These help. Oh my gosh, I made it to the top. Look at that, how easy.
Nice job.
Thank you, awesome. Okay, so if someone wants to come and do this, how can they get ready?
There's really nothing to get ready. I mean, as far as climbing goes, the biggest challenge is your mind. And like I said earlier, it's for all ages, all skill levels. We can accommodate just about anybody. And we have, like I said, that orientation will answer all questions.
Perfect, yeah, that was fun. Oh my gosh, way more easier than I thought it was gonna be. Honestly though, I am out of breath, so that means I must be out of shape, but super easy. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Aaron. I wanna remind you that you can purchase a winter membership up until February 15th, and with that, you're gonna get a $50 gift card to Climb Iowa. Reporting live in Des Moines, Lake and Mickey, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
She's out of breath. Thank you very much,
Catch your breath.
So I always wondered what all those different colors were for, and each color is a different route. If you can, that's like, you know, black I think is the easiest, and then it goes all the way up.
It's harder and harder. My wife is outdoorsy, as you know,
Yes.
and so she rock climbs occasionally, and she tagged me in this video of like this 1-year-old that was climbing and bouldering, and she's like, "Oh, let's have Lena do this next year." I'm like, okay.
Hang on.
Maybe like wait till 3 at least. I don't know.
I don't like the bouldering. Excuse me while I use the lingo, because I need a harness. I need I need to feel safe. Otherwise, you're not getting me to climb up that wall.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a short break, but before we do that, we'll toss it to ABC's Kenneth Moten and Janae Norman. They have your Tech Bites.
You're watching Good Morning Iowa. We are Iowa. You're watching Good Morning Iowa. We are Iowa.
Welcome back, everyone. At 5:49, let's get a quick look at all of our top stories. As we recap your headlines, we call it the morning refresh. Thursday, many people had snow-covered commutes to work. Drivers had a hard time navigating the icy roads with closures all across the city. And now, as the cold temperature returns, temps are below zero. To find warming centers around the metro, visit our website, weareiowa.com. And one Grimes family found out why taking the extra 5 to 10 minutes to clear off your windows is just so important. The Sprinkles family was driving to school Thursday when a driver turned right in front of them, forcing Amber to slam on her brakes, sending their van spinning. The driver of that car had ice-covered windows. Not clearing off your windows of ice and snow is illegal and punishable by a ticket and fine. Wayne Chaney at the University of Iowa burn unit this morning after his home exploded. It happened east of the metro in Deep River. The explosion happened Thursday afternoon. Take a look at all that's left of his home. Chaney was using his stove to keep him warm when his home exploded. We are still searching for answers from the Iowa Finance Authority about their sexual harassment settlement, whether it will involve taxpayer money. IFA's director, Debbie Durham, clarified, saying the settlements will be paid from a reserve and revolving loan fund paid by private entities. That means no general fund dollars. But State Auditor Rob Sand and State Treasurer Mike Fitzgerald say what they're doing is still wrong. Coming in at number 4, there are 4 bills, about sports betting on the table in both state house chambers. On Thursday, the focus was legalizing it, and if they do, where's that money going? Well, one of the dangers of legalizing sports betting is addiction. In 2017, more than 5,000 Iowans called the gambling hotline for help. Lawmakers have not said whether they would dedicate any money for addiction prevention. All right, let's take a short break here on Good Morning Iowa, but when we come back, Tony Award-winning Dear Evan Hansen is in Des Moines, but why was one of the characters or actors hanging around the State House? Plus, Taylor has a look at your morning forecast. It is cold out there. He'll tell you the next possibility for snow after this.
Accepting who you are, about family and letting others in and learning to
Now, We Are Iowa's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Taylor Knust, certified by Weather Rate, the independent weather experts.
Things are quieting down a little bit these next couple of days. It's going to be dry and pretty sunny, especially today and also to some extent on Saturday. So not too much to talk about other than the cold going on this morning. So today gets a 1 out of 5 on the threat tracker. We'll bump that up to a 2 on Sunday with more snow in the forecast, especially on Sunday morning. More on that in a minute. Right now it's just very cold out there. 2 below with wind chills in the -20s across central Iowa. Here's a look at current wind chills across the state. We have a handful of -30s up north from Rockwell City through Storm Lake, Spencer, and Mason City. Around central Iowa, it's mainly -20s for what it feels like outside. -27 in Marshalltown and 29 below in Carroll. And you're going to find more -teens and -20s down in southern Iowa. Again, wind chill advisories and wind chill warnings in effect across the entire state until noon today. By this afternoon, the winds should start to die down and things will gradually improve from there on out. The good news about today is we get sunshine all day long, so that will help a little bit if you do have to be outside. But really limit your time outside as much as possible this morning until things warm up a little bit this afternoon. Future Tracker is going to keep our skies clear pretty much all day long and all night long later on tonight. We'll start off Saturday sunny, but we get a few clouds to roll in during the afternoon. We'll stay cloudy all night Saturday night, and before sunrise Sunday morning, I think we'll start to see the snow move into at least southwest Iowa, if not central Iowa. Here's a freeze frame at 3 o'clock. I will mention that I think this particular model I'm showing you is a little bit faster than what I think will actually happen, but still, in general, Sunday morning is going to be the time frame to watch for widespread snow across the state of Iowa. And in general, we're looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Here's what one of our snow tracker models is suggesting. Again, everywhere you look, about 1 to 3 inches, maybe some pockets of heavier snow. And I think southern southwest Iowa might get a little bit more than other locations, but still 1 to 3 is the general forecast for most spots. Forecast highs today will be in the single digits up north and the teens elsewhere. 12 is your forecast high today in Des Moines. And then we'll drop down to 0 degrees overnight tonight, but at least it's going to be calm later on tonight. 25 on both Saturday and Sunday. Snow continues on Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday's probably going to be a lot like yesterday was because we'll have snow in the morning and winds that are going to be quite strong all day long on Tuesday. So we're talking about another threat for some blowing snow, which is always a pleasure to deal with, Sabrina.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
Taylor. Valentine's Day, they took it away too fast. What was the high on Valentine's
19.
Day? Okay.
Find a
great.
snuggle, buddy.
Okay, so the Tony Award-winning musical Dear Evan Hansen is in Des Moines right now. It's showing at Des Moines Performing Arts at the Civic Center. Wednesday, a cast member and also a member of Waukee High School's Avenue Jazz Choir gave a short performance inside the House Chamber at the Iowa State Capitol.
It's a show about accepting who you are, about family and letting others in and learning to lean on each other. It's such a special thing for us to be able to take to all these different cities across the country, especially doing things like this where we get to meet the high school students who it means so much to. It's really special.
And how did our high school students do?
They were amazing. I love them. Can they come be in the show? That'd be great.
When you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in off the empty.
Wow, that's impressive.
They really were quite good, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice job.
Dear Evan Hansen is there through February 10th. The first show already happened, of course. Tickets are extremely limited. I saw a photo of inside the Civic Center and it was packed all the way to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, so Des MoinesPerformingArts.com for tickets. So, we get tickets because of they come on our show, and I didn't take tickets for this, and I'm
Sabrina.
so mad at myself.
What were you thinking?
I know, I want to see it so badly. So if anybody's watching and wants to give me tickets, let me know.
Oh, come on.
Shameless, I know.
Don't support that behavior, okay? Don't. You had your chance, okay? Enjoy the show if you have tickets.
Plenty more ahead in the 6 o'clock hour of Good Morning Iowa. Maybe go to the show because it's so darn cold outside.
Yeah, it's a good thing that's inside. It's really cold this morning. Things improve a little bit tomorrow, and then we get more snow in the forecast. All your details coming up next.
Good morning, Iowa. Making news as you wake up this morning. Sports betting is looking promising at the State House, but what are the dark sides of the legislation? Plus, taking aim at distracted drivers. We'll tell you what bill working its way through the Senate would make it illegal even more. And later, the clock is ticking as lawmakers work to avoid a second government shutdown this year. The latest on Capitol Hill negotiations.
Good morning, Iowa. All your weather, traffic, and local news you need to know starts right now.
Good morning, Iowa. A very happy Friday, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Sabrina Ahmed. Elias is out sick this morning. It's 6:01 on your Friday, and Taylor and I are like, steer clear of us, please.
He apparently got pretty sick, and that's been going around his house, and I know a lot of...
It's going around your daughter's school.
Yeah, the daycare, a couple of kiddos are down for the count with the flu, so be careful, everyone.
I just need to carry a can of Lysol with me wherever I go.
Good idea. Yeah, absolutely. And the weather's not helping. It's another really cold start to the day. This time around, we have actual temperatures below zero and wind chills well below zero. Right now, your actual temperature is at 2 below in Des Moines, 4 below in both Ames and Marshalltown, and it's 7 below in Fort Dodge. It's not quite as windy now as it was yesterday, but it's windy enough to drop those wind chills to the -20s across most of central Iowa. 23 below is what it feels like currently in Des Moines, and 28 below is your current wind chill in Carroll. So rough start to the day, no doubt. You're going to want to limit your time outside. Make sure the kids are safe as they're heading to school this morning, and also are limiting their time outside. Your actual temperatures climb above zero by about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. We get sunshine today, and the winds will start to calm down by the afternoon, but still, even for mid-February, this is pretty rough stuff. It's reminiscent of what we felt last week, so more of that bitter cold moving through central Iowa this morning, Sabrina.
Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome.
It's dangerous out there. In this morning's State House Matters, sports betting is a big issue for many lawmakers this week. It's brought in dozens of advocates and also those against the issue. Thursday, House members talked about sports betting in a subcommittee meeting. There are 4 different proposals on the table in both the Senate and the House. Discussions are focused on if sports betting is legalized, who will get the money. One group says a portion should go back into communities.
When the voters approved the referendum to allow gaming in our state, they did so with the promise that a portion of the proceeds would be put back into their communities through quality service organizations like ours. 3% is what was approved then, and 3% is what we would like to be included in the proposed sports gaming legislation.
It's unclear how much revenue sports gambling could generate if legalized. Iowa had a gross revenue of more than $1.4 billion in fiscal year 2018 from current forms of gambling. Now, one of the dangers of legalizing sports betting is addiction. More than 5,000 Iowans called the gambling hotline in 2017 pleading for help. With sports betting potentially coming to mobile devices, experts warn that would increase the number of compulsive gamblers.
Possible downside to that is it makes it too easy for people to play sports bets. It allows them to play sports bets without the reflection that we would want them to have in wondering, well, is this really the right thing to do?
Lawmakers have not said whether they would dedicate money for addiction prevention. Meanwhile, lawmakers are also taking aim at distracted drivers. There's a bill working its way through the Senate that would make it illegal to use any kind of electronic device while you're driving. Right now, if you're caught texting and driving, police can give you a $30 ticket. This bill would increase the fine to $100, and they want you to put your phone down altogether. You can't talk on the phone either, according to this bill. Senators are still, though, in the early stages. Local 5 is your local election headquarters. South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg will be here his trip to Iowa after announcing his exploratory committee. He kicks off his 5 stops in Iowa, starting in Ames for a meet and greet at Cafe Deem and at 10:30, and then one at 11:30 at Iowa State's campus. Then he'll head east to Drake University Library in Grinnell for a meet and greet at 2 p.m., wrapping up Friday night in Ankeny at 6:15, the Vintage Cooperative. He'll be in Johnston for a house party then on Saturday. Meteorologist Taylor Knust joins us once again, and it's cold out there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The blowing. Did you see the blowing snow yesterday?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yes, I looked out my door, and it looked like we were in the middle of a blizzard. It was like
Yeah, and it was sunny.
Yeah.
At the same time, so you could
bizarre.
hardly see in front of you, but you look up and you can see the sun. It was a bizarre afternoon for sure, and it was even worse up in northern Iowa where they were dealing with a bit of a ground blizzard. Snow totals yesterday ranged from 4 inches in Denison to a trace in few spots, but most spots picked up about 1 to 2 inches. At the airport in Des Moines, the official count was 1.4 inches, most of which fell yesterday morning. Right now, roads are okay. Here's a look at Highway 141 in Grimes near 19th Street. Still some patchy areas of ice and snow, so it's not perfect out there, but it's definitely better than it was yesterday. Still some lingering partially snow-covered and ice-covered roads, especially for the northern half of the state. But we're going to see sunshine all day long today thanks to an area of high pressure that's moving over the plains. So central U.S. gets a break from all this winter weather today, and we'll get some much-needed sunshine as well. Despite the sun, it's going to be cold out there, especially this morning at the bus stop. 1 below for the kiddos early this morning. Wind chills well below that, and then actual temperatures climb to the double digits later on this afternoon. Again, still plenty cold when they head back home. So we need to be dressed as safely as possible. All the warm clothes needed today. Heavy coat, the hat, the scarves, and the gloves all needed, plus sunglasses for you drivers heading out after sunrise, which is around 7:30 this morning. We'll toss it over to Sabrina now for a check of traffic.
And now, Local 5 traffic, driven by AAA in Clive.
Outside we take you, I-235 at 42nd Street is our traffic look, and it's all smooth sailing out there. No major issues on any of the interstates, but those side streets oftentimes will be very slick, so please do give yourself a few extra minutes. And oh my gosh, it's just so cold, so bundle up as you're heading out the door as well. Switching into national headlines is making news on Capitol Hill. After a war of words, Iowa native and acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker will testify at a House hearing this morning. The chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Jerry Nadler, tweeting the hearing is back on this morning. The fallout came after Democrats prepared a subpoena just in case Whitaker didn't answer their questions, well before the first question was even asked. Whitaker is the first cabinet official to appear before the new Congress. The questioning will center on Whitaker's conversations with White House officials, the president, and about his role in the Mueller probe. The House Intelligence Committee is also launching a sweeping investigation into the president, his family, his finances, and possible Russia ties. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking as lawmakers work to avoid a second government shutdown in just this year. After a private meeting with the president, some lawmakers believe they're close to a deal on border security. The president says without border wall funding, there will be no deal. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she, too, is optimistic lawmakers will reach that deal.
I have confidence in the appropriators, not because I know what they're doing, but because I have confidence in the appropriations process.
But Pelosi says President Trump should stay out of the negotiations and give lawmakers the flexibility to work out the details. 6:08, we'll take a short break, but we have lots more ahead when we come back.
Are you tired of being stuck inside? I'm Local 5's Lake McGee, and we are hitting the walls here at Climb, Iowa's new location.
And outside we take you, you're going to want to be inside today because it is cold out there. Taylor continues to track your forecast coming up with these negative temperatures right after this.
Now, we are Iowa's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Taylor Knust, certified by WeatherRate, the independent weather expert.
Well, in case you're just joining us, it is very cold outside. We have wind chill advisories in effect for most of the state. Every county highlighted in blue is under the advisory. And then a handful of counties in north central and northwest Iowa are under wind chill warnings. So you folks from Spencer over to Mason City, down toward Humboldt and Clarion are seeing the worst of it right now. Taking a look at those current wind chills, few spots are feeling like we're in the negative 30s this morning, negative 20s for the rest of us, 23 below is currently what it feels like in Des Moines. We'll stay put in those negative 20s for the next couple of hours, and then we'll see things gradually improve late this morning to the negative teens, and then eventually the negative single digits by this afternoon, and maybe even climbing above zero with how it feels as the winds gradually subside this afternoon through later on tonight. So the breeze is mainly going to be a problem early today. Things will improve and calm down by this afternoon. Here's your hometown tracker forecast in Waukee. We're starting off below zero, but we will climb to the double digits by the mid to late afternoon. Good news about today is we do get sunshine from start to finish, so that should help clear off any lingering ice and snow that may be on the ground and on the roads this morning. Temperatures will improve a little bit this weekend, a high of 25 on both Saturday and Sunday, staying put in the 20s early next week. Unfortunately, that means it's cold enough for more snow, and we are going to have more snow chances on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Between those 3 days, we could end up with 3 to 6 inches everywhere, including in Des Moines. So keep the shovels handy.
I'm going to wait until we are at 6 inches before shoveling.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No,
right.
my husband won't let that happen. He
Each
knows
their
it.
own.
I just don't. I don't even know why I'm complaining. I haven't shoveled once this year.
You're right. Why are you complaining?
It's 6:13. Okay. Are your kiddos getting sick and tired of being stuck inside this winter? I am sick and tired of being stuck inside this winter. If so, there is a new location in the metro that's going to take you to new heights. It's Climb Iowa in the East Village, and Local 5's Lakin McGee joins us live from there on more of what they have to offer. This one's a bit different, Lakin.
Good morning. Yeah, this one is a little bit different. This is the tension wall, and it is a little bit difficult. I tried doing it during our breaks. I don't know if I can do it, but we're going to try. Joining me is Aaron Stevens here. So what type of climber gets up on this one?
So since we've been open, anybody and everybody's been on it. They've really loved this new attraction, if you will. But this is brand new for us. We don't have one of these in our Grimes location. It's been really popular for the first week of being open.
Okay, perfect. So it also lights up. What do the colors mean?
So you're going to start with your hands on the green colors.
Okay, I'm going to try it while we're doing this here. Hands on the green.
The blue lights are for your hands.
Okay.
And the purple lights are for your feet.
Oh, down here. Oh my gosh, and it's tilted. Why is it like slanted like this?
So it starts at 20 degrees overhanging, which is what we're at right now.
Okay.
And you move your left hand. Actually, try to move your left hand up there first.
Oh, okay, left hand up there first. Yeah, this one requires a little bit more upper body strength that I do not think I have.
And this is more of a training tool for a more advanced climber, but it's really nice in the fact that it hooks up to your phone. We can change the lights. If we want to mirror this climb, we could do that. So if you notice that like you're having problems with your left hand, we could mirror this, go to the other side and see, okay, is she having issues with her right hand? And then we could develop a training plan to say, okay, she really needs to work on her left hand movements versus her right hand movements because one side's more dominant than the other.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a righty for sure, so I was having issues with my left hand there. All right, guys, if you think you can do this better than me, I would like to have some tips. Sabrina, Taylor, do you guys have any tips for me? Because I don't know if I can do this, so please help me out. Also, I want to remind you guys that you have until February 15th to get your winter membership, and you're going to get an extra $50 gift certificate when you sign up. Reporting live in Des Moines, Lakin McGee, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
Tips?
I got nothing.
Not for that thing.
Stick to the straight vertical walls. That's my tip.
No, thank you. I'm proud of her. Good for her for trying.
Yeah.
That looks very difficult.
Apparently.
All right, plenty more ahead coming up on Good Morning Iowa. But first, here's ABC's Kenneth Moten with the first look at what's happening after us on Good Morning America.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're watching Good Morning Iowa. We are Iowa.
Welcome back, everyone. CW Iowa Live's Jackie Schmelin joins us with a preview of our community calendar.
Absolutely.
Jackie, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. It is cold, but there's things to warm your soul out there with some wonderful activities out in our community. So let's get that started this morning. Maybe you want a little music in your life. Well, there's a Celtic Music Association presenting a special concert later on tonight. Hoyt Sherman Place, 8 o'clock. This lady is supposed to be one of the best when it comes to playing the Irish fiddle. So if you need a little that excitement in your life, I promise you you're going to be bouncing and wanting to dance when you listen to this concert. So you can do that later on tonight, 8 o'clock. Some other great things that are happening on a Friday. If you're a child of the 80s or just want to get some of those great outfits out of your closet, throw one on, head on down to the tea room. We're talking about 21 and older, 4 to 8. They're saying come see our beautiful space, absolutely free. There's going to be some 80s music playing, and anyone dressed up as the 80s gets drink specials all night long.
So what would you wear?
Oh, I forget how young you are.
Like denim jacket with a tutu?
Yeah, there you go. Bright
Right.
colors.
I
You can get that side pony rocking, Sabrina. You would look amazing.
Love me a good side pony. I am a child of the 90s after all. Okay, what's coming up on the program?
Hey, we're going to talk about how you can give back to our local food shelters, especially during these cold days that we're having. So Feed the Need campaign. Find out how you can do that. Ryan Roberts is stopping by at 8:10 this morning. And I am going to be heading out in the cold, heading over to the Iowa Event Center because there's something pretty cool going on we've been talking about all week long. I will be live at the Des Moines Home and Garden Show, giving you a sneak peek of everything exciting that's happening over there. It's Friday. We're going to have comedy, other great guests going on. So we hope you can tune in to Iowa Live over on CW Iowa 23 starting at 7 a.m. this morning.
Have fun at the Home and Garden Show.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Top 5 coming your way next.
You're watching Good Morning Iowa with Elias Johnson, Sabrina Ahmed, and We Are Iowa's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Taylor Canoost. This is Good Morning Iowa.
Well, the good news about today is it's going to be sunny and the winds will eventually calm down, but boy, it's pretty rough out there this morning. 2 below is your current temperature. Still plenty breezy with the wind out of the west-northwest at 16 miles per hour, and that's enough to drop the wind chill to 23 below in Des Moines. It's even colder up north. 33 below is what it feels like in Rockwell City and Spencer. Mason City currently feels like 30 below this morning. Around central Iowa, most of our wind chills are in the negative 20s, and that's the case across much of southern Iowa as well. 24 below is your current wind chill in Creston, and it currently feels like 20 below in Oskaloosa. So for that reason, wind chill advisories are in effect for most of the state, and where we have those negative 30s popping up, wind chill warnings are in effect. All of these in effect until noon today. By this afternoon, winds should begin to calm down, thankfully. Again, skies are clear. We're going to stay that way all day long today, all night long tonight, and we'll start off Saturday that way as well. But as we move into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, we'll start to see some clouds fill in across most of the state. And then eventually, here comes our next storm. I think this will start just before sunrise on Sunday morning. I know it's showing pretty widespread snow at 3 o'clock in the morning Sunday. I think this model's maybe a little bit fast for what's actually going to happen. But the general idea here is most of Iowa's going to get some snow, especially Sunday morning. It may linger into Sunday afternoon as well, but primarily Sunday morning is the time frame to watch for some more accumulating snowfall. Pretty much everyone is going to see about 1 to 3 inches. There could be some pockets of heavier snow, perhaps down here in southwest Iowa, and maybe a little bit heavy snow in northern Iowa. But general theme of 1 to 3 inches is our forecast for the majority of the state. After a bit of a break Sunday night into Monday morning, we get another batch of snow, which may actually briefly be a wintry mix for the southern half of the state. So we might get another round of ice mixed in with the snow Monday night, but primarily Monday into Tuesday, we're going to be looking at another chance for some snow. And between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're looking at several inches across the entire state. Your highs today will be in the single digits up north, teens for the rest of us. 12 is your forecast high in Des Moines today, and then we drop down to big fat 0 overnight tonight. At least it's going to be calm overnight tonight, so not as much of an issue with the wind chill to kick off the weekend. Partly sunny skies on Saturday. 25 is our high on both Saturday and Sunday. As I mentioned, Sunday through Tuesday looking pretty active. In fact, Tuesday's also going to be windy, so we'll be dealing with some blowing snow at that point. Then we should dry back out a little bit, at least during the middle of the week. And Valentine's Day, still going to be cold with a high of 19 degrees, Sabrina.
Well, hopefully you have a loved one who can warm your heart.
There you go.
Thank you, Taylor. Let's get you into your top 5. These are the top 5 stories you need to know before you get up and get moving on your Friday, starting with number 1. Thursday, many people had snow-covered commutes to work. Drivers had a hard time navigating the icy roads that caused multiple road closures, and as the cold temperature now returns, temps are below 0. To find a warming center around the metro, visit weareiowa.com. Number 2, one Grimes family found out why taking the extra 5 to 10 minutes to clear off your windows is so important. The Sprinkles family were driving to school Thursday when a driver turned right in front of them, forcing Amber to slam on her brakes, sending their van spinning. The driver of that car had ice-covered windows and couldn't see them. Not clearing off your windows of ice and snow is illegal, and it's punishable by a ticket and a fine. Number 3, Wayne Cheney is in the University of Iowa burn unit this morning after his home exploded. It happened east of the metro in Deep River. The explosion happened Thursday afternoon. This is all that's left of the home. Cheney was using his stove to keep him warm when it exploded. And we are still searching for answers from the Iowa Finance Authority about their claim that a sexual harassment settlement will not involve any Iowa taxpayer money. IFA's director, Debbie Durham, clarified, saying the settlements will be paid from a reserve and revolving loan fund paid by private entities. So no general fund dollars. But State Auditor Rob Sand and State Treasurer Mike Fitzgerald say what they're doing is still wrong, and they think maybe David Jameson should have to pay some of the money back. Finally, rounding out your top 5, there are 4 bills about sports betting on the table in both the House and Senate. Thursday focused on if sports betting is legalized, where will that money go? One of the dangers of legalizing sports betting is addiction. In 2017, more than 5,000 Iowans called the gambling hotline for help. Lawmakers have not said whether they would dedicate money for addiction prevention. We'll dig deeper into each and every one of those stories after this short break. We have your headlines next. It's 6:28. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
If Travis is okay with it. You okay climbing for the next segment?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Hope I don't have to fall in. Do you have one like anywhere in particular?
Well, this one was really cool.
This
If
one?
that's okay.
I just have to make sure that they're safe. I did the best that I could and avoided an accident.
Good morning, Iowa. Making news as you wake up this morning. A mom's quick thinking saved her kids on icy roads. What you need to know before you hit the road. Plus,
the important sentence in that statement is no taxpayer dollars will be used. Well, are they taxpayer pennies?
the debate over who is footing the bill for a multi-million-dollar sexual harassment lawsuit continues. Is it taxpayer money or is it not? And later, an Iowa home explodes after a heating hazard. We'll tell you what went wrong.
Good morning, Iowa. All your weather, traffic, and local news you need to know starts right now.
Good morning, Iowa. Happy Friday. You made it, everyone. I'm Sabrina Ahmed at 6:31 on your Friday morning. Elias is off this morning. He's a little under the weather, so meteorologist Taylor Knust and I are holding down the fort.
It's understandable. A lot of people getting sick this time of the year with crazy up and downs we've had just over this past week.
It can really throw your body for a loop.
Yeah, it was 50 degrees to start this week, and now we're below zero. I know. Not pleasant out there this morning, no doubt about that. Most of us below zero, and then we are also still dealing with a breeze that makes it feel even worse. Right now, it's 2 below zero in Des Moines, 4 below in Ames, and 7 below in Fort Dodge. And it's still fairly breezy out of the northwest, around 10 to 20 miles per hour. It is not going to be as windy as it was yesterday, so blowing snow shouldn't be as much of an issue as it was yesterday afternoon. But having said that, it's definitely going to be cold. Current wind chills are in the negative 20s across central Iowa, and it's dangerously cold up north. Negative 30s is what it feels like in Mason City as well as Spencer. Around central Iowa, again, mainly negative 20s for your wind chills right now. 26 below in Marshalltown and 25 below in Boone. Heading out the door, it's going to stay cold, but at least we do get some sunshine today, and it will stay dry all day long. Temperatures climb above zero by the late morning, and we should reach the double digits by this afternoon. We'll need the sunglasses today, and we'll need the heavy coat. Otherwise, your drive should be a lot nicer than it was yesterday morning. Hopefully that sunshine helps clear off more of that snow and ice that's lingering on your neighborhood streets later on today. Here's Sabrina now for a check of traffic.
And now, Local 5 traffic, driven by AAA in Clive.
8035 at Hickman Road as traffic is picking up and the commute is underway on your Friday morning. It's very cold out there, so please bundle up, as Taylor mentioned. I love the sound of sunglasses, though. That is something I can get on board with. I'll continue to keep my eyes on the roads if anything does get in your way, but just remember that the side streets are still partially covered at least, so be safe out there. And speaking of, it was a snow-covered commute to work for many Thursday. There were multiple road closures and drivers had a hard time navigating the icy roads. Now our focus shifts to the frigid lows. Temperatures are below zero. The city of Des Moines has 8 different warming centers set up. You can see them marked here on the map. They are open to anyone, but the hours are specific, so keep those in mind. And you can go to weareiowa.com to see which locations are open, as well as some other cold weather resources. Now, Wednesday's falling sleet created dangerous driving conditions in paved roadways, walkways, and your car then had a thin layer of ice. One Grimes family found out why taking the extra 5 to 10 minutes to clear off your windows is so important. The Sprinkles were off to school, grabbing their backpacks, leaving the house, when things took an unexpected turn. A driver turned right at a stop sign without noticing the Sprinkles, which forced Mom, Amber, to slam on the brakes, causing the van to go sideways and spin down the street. Later, Amber Sprinkles found out that driver was driving with ice-covered windows and they couldn't see out. Amber says she's grateful that she avoided the wreck.
Oh, my heart stopped for a while. I just have to make sure that they're safe. I did the best that I could.
Remember, not clearing off your windows of ice and snow is illegal and punishable by a ticket and a fine. Well, it's no surprise that these conditions led to an increase in accidents. Police are warning people against driving too fast, like, oh, I don't know, this car. One state trooper pulled someone over going 96 miles an hour in a 65 zone, and the road was mostly covered in snow and ice. Trooper John Stickney posted to Twitter saying he had to get out of his own comfort zone just to go after that speeder on those slippery roads. Please do not do that. Now, to stay up to date on the latest forecast, check out the We Are Iowa app. You can download it for the latest updates in the App Store or on Google Play. Just search We Are Iowa. Developing right now, an eastern Iowa man is in the hospital this morning after his home exploded. His family tells Local 5 that he was using his stove to heat his home. It happened east of the metro in Deep River. The explosion happened Thursday afternoon. This is all that's left of the house Wayne Cheney lives in. He was using his stove to warm up his house. He was inside during the blast. Right now, Cheney is at the University of Iowa Burn Unit. Wayne Cheney might sound familiar to you. That's because his property was searched during the Molly Tibbetts investigation. Cheney and his family were completely cleared very quickly, and police tell us they had nothing to do with Molly's abduction. At 6:36, let's switch gears and talk once again about how cold it is.
Do we have to? No.
No, let's talk about snow instead because we have more coming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like that's better.
Right.
All right, so let's kind of break down where we are right now in winter. We are up to 23 inches of snow this season in Des Moines. That is right at where we should be when you consider the average for Des Moines at this point in the season. When the season's said and done, we average about 35 inches of snowfall, so we might have plenty more coming our way over the next month or two before we finally get to spring. It can't get here soon enough, though. All right, roads, at least your major roads, doing okay. DOT is reporting partially snow and ice-covered roads across mainly northern and portions of eastern Iowa, but here in the metro, at least, they seem to be in pretty good shape. Your neighborhoods, yes, are going to be still fairly covered, but once you get onto those main roads, we should be in good shape. One thing that's going to help those roads today is we get sunshine all day long from start to finish. High pressure is moving in across the central U.S., so we will get a break from the snow today. I don't even think we'll see much blowing snow with winds much calmer than they were yesterday afternoon. So should be a generally quiet day ahead of us. It's just flat out cold this morning. Temperatures below zero in most spots. At the bus stop in Des Moines, we'll see conditions around 1 below, but wind chills near -20. Dangerous to be outside too long for the kids. And then by the afternoon, sunshine and calmer winds will make it a little bit nicer. Temperatures are around 11 degrees at that point. So, Sabrina, it's not so much about wind or snow today. It's strictly about the cold start to our Friday.
It's dangerous out there.
Can be, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Taylor. Local 5 is on your side, asking questions about how the state is paying for a sexual harassment settlement case. We are still searching for answers from the Iowa Finance Authority about their claim that a sexual harassment settlement will not involve any taxpayer money. This all stems from former IFA Director David Jamieson. A year ago, he was fired when a female employee reported to the governor that Jamieson was sexually harassing her on the job. After that, more women who worked under Jamieson came forward and said he was inappropriate at work. The state reached a more than $4 million settlement this month with 2 of those women. Iowa Finance Authority's Director Debbie Durham released a statement clarifying that the settlements will be paid from a reserve and revolving loan fund established through the authority's earnings on loan investments paid by private entities. Basically, she's saying no general fund dollars will be used. But 2 state officials are calling into question the settlement package deal and why Iowa taxpayer money is on the line once again.
Even if they have non-taxpayer money, they can't just take money from a private citizen and use that for government purposes.
I would like to see him be, if it's possible, to sue him, make him pay the state back as much as possible, and I would like to see criminal charges brought.
course, he's speaking there about David Jamison. We did some digging and found that the state has used $5.2 million out of the general fund from 2010 to 2018 in order to pay off sexual harassment lawsuit settlements. If you'd like to get involved and voice your opinion, you can reach out to your local lawmakers. It's 6:39. Let's take a short break. Lots more ahead when we come back.
Are you tired of being stuck inside with this cold winter? I know I am. Well, on Local 5's Lake and McGean. Coming up, I'll show you the newest Climb Iowa location where your fun will be taken to new heights.
It looks dangerous outside. We take you a beautiful sunrise on your Friday. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel beautiful outside. Grab your sunglasses and a heavy coat. Taylor tells you how cold we're getting after this.
Good Morning Iowa with Elias Johnson, Sabrina Ahmed, and we are Iowa's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Taylor Knust. This is Good Morning Iowa.
Let's talk about ice jams once again. We talked about them in the state of Iowa yesterday. Now we'll take you to Pennsylvania. They're causing the river there to flood, and homes and roads are flooding. Ice jams form when ice freezes on the river and then it flows downstream. It gets caught up on locks, dams, river bends. The Coast Guard and the Army Corps of Engineers are keeping a close eye on the river. When the river starts flowing again, rushing water and ice can damage boats and other property downstream. I was listening to the radio yesterday, and they said that flood levels are actually rather high over in eastern Iowa too.
Yeah, including in Keokuk County. There's flood warnings there right now. So there's a few rivers that are kind of dealing with that. We had the melt over the weekend that caused that ice to break apart a little bit, and now it's starting to refreeze again. So the ebb and flow of temperatures through February may cause that to continue to be a problem in the near future. But this morning it's all about the cold, of course. Wind chill warnings in effect for the counties in pink. Wind chill advisories for the rest of the state. Those are all in effect until noon today. We currently have wind chills for most of us in the negative 20s. Those will slowly but steadily improve later today to the negative teens by noon, and then the negative single digits for most of us by the middle of this afternoon. It's going to be be at its breeziest this morning, and then things should gradually calm down later today and especially overnight tonight. Now, your actual temperatures will be above zero everywhere you look. 7 today in Humboldt and 10 degrees in Rockwell City. Most of us in the double digits in central Iowa, 12 in Perry and 11 degrees in Grinnell. Down south, 13 in Ottumwa, 14 in Chariton and 17 degrees in Bedford. Gets a little bit nicer this weekend, specifically on Saturday with a high of 25 at that point. We will also have a high of 25 on Sunday. But Sunday's not going to be nearly as nice because we'll have a chance for some snow, mainly in the morning, and it's still looking like about 1 to 3 inches for our entire viewing area. So just enough to cause us some headaches once again to close out the weekend.
And then we have more snow coming after that.
Yeah, so don't let it pile up. Take care of it on Sunday because more's coming our way Monday night into Tuesday.
Whatever, Taylor.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Okay, so all of this cold talk and snow talk has you thinking, what can I do with my kids?
Going a little stir crazy at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have an idea for you. There's a new location in the metro that's taking you to new heights. It's called Climb Iowa. This time it's in the East Village. And Local 5's Lakin McGee has been climbing all morning. Some routes have been more successful than others. Lakin, what do you have up your sleeve now?
Good morning. Yeah, I want to let you guys know that the new location here, they focus only on bouldering. So that means that they don't have any ropes or harnesses or anything to help you. Except the padding on the floor, so that's pretty good. And joining me is Aaron Stevens here, the co-owner and general manager. So we are color coordinated here. What do the colors mean?
So it's an easy way to find a path that works for you. If you start and look at all the black holes are going to be the easiest. So we have somewhere around a dozen or 15 different black routes that are going to be for beginners. And then from there, blue are going to be the next hardest, and then on up until we get into the advanced climbs.
Okay, great. Yeah, and we got Travis over there. He's on the blue, so that's the hardest one. He's doing much better than what I was doing. So what can they expect when they come here?
Just, have a good workout, have a good time, and really challenge their mind. Climbing is a problem-solving activity, and that's one of my main attractions is just solving the problem.
Okay. And how difficult really is it?
It's only as difficult as you make it, so you don't have to stick to blue. You don't even have to stick to colors if you don't want to. You can just go and grab whatever you want to, but it will make it a little bit easier your first time out. If in this location you stick to the black holes, because if you go for one, it's probably going to be good and positive.
Okay, and real quick, what are your hours?
11 to 10, Monday through Friday, Saturday 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and then Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, man, guys, Travis was getting it, and I definitely was not able to do it that quick and that easy as he was doing. But also I want to remind you guys back at home that you have till February 15th to sign up for the winter membership, and with that, you're going to get an extra $50 gift card here to Climb Iowa. Reporting live in Des Moines, Lakin McGee, Local 5 News, we are Iowa.
Did you see him jump?
It's a real life cliffhanger right there.